G'day guys, Ron here from Osborne Digital Marketing. Today I'm going to show you how to write a guest post article. Let's jump into it. Now you'll see behind me a guest post that I did for AccuRanker. This is going to be a bit of an example that I can show you on how to achieve success with your guest post. I'm going to talk about the most important concepts that you need to follow when you are creating a guest post article and writing a guest post article. And the first thing that you'll need to do when you're creating your guest post article, when you're thinking about the topic to even write about, is to actually really understand the purpose of that guest post. Now, if you just let me show you this as an example. So AccuRanker, very well known, very powerful rank tracking tool. Now this rank tracking tool, Matt Diggity, all of the bigwigs are talking about it now. These guys reached out to me and said, hey, Ronnie, do you want to do a guest post for us? Absolutely jumped at it. But I knew that I couldn't just create something AI and send it in. Now, maybe I could have, but I'm not going to risk an awesome link like this when I could get something that I got. So you'll see my guest post here. It's actually all personal. It's all created by me. I wrote it. I created this article because I wanted to make sure that the user got something valuable. They really got something unique. But I also knew I was going after a target keyword. Which target keyword? Roofing SEO, of course. So if we scroll down here, who's that? Who's that sitting in position number 4 against these guys in here? Unlucky, gotcha. So anyway, as an example, it's an important concept to consider when you are creating your guest post. When you're trying to write a guest post, you need to think about the topic that you're going after. So what would you do? How can you actually figure out? Now, I'm going to apply in this example. What I'm going to show you is, let's just say you've been able to land a better guest post. So you've landed the opportunity. You've landed something like AccuRanker's reach out to you. Now, I know that that might not be the case, but regardless, let's treat this like a guest post that actually matters. And that's why you're trying to understand how to write a guest post. Because if it was an average link, you wouldn't care. You're like, let's just do AI. So let's think about all the things we need to consider. So let's just say AccuRanker reached out to you and you want to talk about something in the law field. Let's say that you're like sitting there going, okay, well, I have an attorney client. I have a lawyer. I work with a business attorney. I want to talk about and get a link from them talking about lawyer type keywords. So what could you do? Now, for me, I strongly believe in the opinion that you want to try and get links from pages that rank for similar things that you're going after. It's relevant, isn't it? It's extremely relevant. It's the same SERP relevant. So that's why I did the roofing one, because I'm going after the roofing marketing keyword. Now, as an example, a great way of finding if a website covers a topic is simply by using a search operator. So as you can see up here, what I have done is I've actually gone into Google and I've simply just used the site operator, put AccuRanker, and then I've put in the keyword lawyer. Now, nothing's popping up for that. So let's just say, even if you didn't want lawyer, you wanted, I don't know, let's say you're working on a hot dogs. You know, you are trying to sell hot dogs. Maybe you got that type, you market hot dogs. You know, what you can do is use this type of operator to actually see if this keyword pops up anywhere on the site. So in the titles. So as an example, again, let's have a look at maybe lawn care. You're in the lawn care game. Let's have a look. Oh, I haven't got that correct. Of course, that's not going to work for us, is it? Lawn care. Is that popping up? No, nothing. Absolutely nothing. So this is brilliant. This is where we can actually start and start to have a look. We can see that there's nothing on the AccuRanker site. So we know that our article is going to be unique to that site, which isn't necessarily a good thing if you're going for topical relevance, but let's say you are. Let's just say you are in this example. This is a great place to start because now I know on their website, they're going to have something unique for me. So that's an important thing to consider. Now we know that the AccuRanker, they haven't got anything covering lawn care or lawyers. So what we need to do is jump over into SEMrush. So once you've jumped into SEMrush, all you'll need to do is enter the target keyword. So business lawyer, as an example, you're trying to get a rank from And again, I know you wouldn't be getting a link. Trust me, I have people reach out and go, why would you get that? You're not getting an actual link from AccuRanker across to the attorney, not relevant fields, but if it was a big law site, as an example, that was reaching out to you. So in this situation, let's just say you would type in the main structure of the keyword. Now, in the example, AccuRanker is a powerful website. So what does that give you? What leverage does that actually give you before you write your guest post article? It gives you power, which means that what you want to do is come across into the SEMrush questions and actually have a look at questions that are being asked that you can go after that have a bit of volume that might need a little bit of power to actually get them to rank. Now, would I be going after this one here? What is a business lawyer? There's a keyword difficulty of 43. There's literally 1.1 billion results for that keyword. 210 searches a month. Nah. But as we can start, if we scroll down a little bit more, we can start to see these keywords here. But again, if we look at this, how much does a business lawyer cost? How many clicks are we actually going to get? Not many, because that's going to be displayed in the SERP features more so than someone clicking on our article. So we want to sort of move past the cost, like how much does a lawyer cost to start a business? That's a good one. That's a good one. I like coming down to try and see where something is not too relevant, not too big. What have we got here? 429 million. That's not too bad. Oh, here we go. Do I need a lawyer to start a small business? That's not bad. Lighter difficulty, a higher cost per click. I like that. I like that. It's 20 searches a month. And this keyword says, do I need a lawyer for my small business? What a great question. So if, let's say you're going after small businesses, you're an attorney that specifically works, your attorney client works specifically with small businesses. Now, that's a great question to answer. So how would you start to make it unique? How would you put together your guest post article? So now that we've found the target keyword that we want to go after, how would I start thinking about structuring out my content? What would I do to get this type of article that's actually starting to rank for a few keywords? As you can see here, it's launched a month ago and it's starting to pop for some good roofing keywords, roofing marketing keywords that I'm going after. Now, the beautiful thing by making sure that you grab a relevant keyword to you is the fact that you're going to be able to actually rely on that keyword to get you higher up in the SERPs, your main article. Now, if you can take 2 SERP positions for the same keyword, like imagine if this article ranks for me. It'd be fantastic. Roofing SEO, I don't care. CTR manipulation, go and have a look. You're going to find Rank Tracker up there as well. I'll be somewhere up there. My videos will be up there. That's how you can do it. Now, the thing is, the real important thing is you need to think of a unique way of approaching this. So let's just go back to that example. So where it's, do I need a lawyer for my small business? Something that you would want to consider is a great case study. Why don't you try and reach out to a couple of small business owners and get their thoughts about what they think? If they say, yeah, it's a good idea because you never know what's around the corner, great case study. I asked 30 small business owners why do they need a lawyer for their small business. That's a great way at approaching it. Now, if you get the opportunity to guest post on something unique, like an AccuRanker or something like that in that example, whatever niche you're in, make it unique. Do not sit there and try and just use AI. All right. It's very, very important. So once you know the topic that you want to go after, the keyword that you want to go after, you want to use something like pop. Now, this isn't obviously for that keyword. I'm not going to use up more pop credits for just an example keyword. But the thing is, when you're looking to write the ideal guest post article that's going to fit for the perfect situation and to maximize the value out of it, make sure that you use something like pop. Now, at the end of the day, if you don't know what Page Optimizer Pro is, I'll make sure that there's a link across. You can go and check it out. Best tool. It's what I use. It's how I get results like this. Roofing SEO. Look at the competitor. Look at the competitor. I got him. I gotcha. So I like that. We compete on a lot of keywords. But as an example, back with the pop, if we have a look at pop here, okay, the ideal solution is you want to write an article that maximizes the best results possible in POP. Because if you have something that's optimized for the SERP, and again, you write a guest post, even though you write a guest post that isn't really structured in a way that's written more uniquely, like if you come over to my article here, this is going to be very different and written very differently to what the actual results that's ranking for in the roofing SEO article. It's similar but different. So you could say, oh, you can use POP twice. It's a yay and nay for that feature. So you're going to notice that it is different, but it's still tied in and it's still got a good score. Why did I do that? Because it's very important that you maximize the score on it. If you have a better score, it's going to rank well in the SERPs. It's just that simple. So try to write something that is, I can't stress it enough, guys, that is actually optimized in the tools. Don't just write something, think that that's enough. Optimize it in your tools. And whenever you write your guest post, make sure that you put all the links up as high as you possibly can. So as you can see here for myself, third paragraph, they were kind enough to put it in for me. That's exactly what you want to see. That's exactly what you want to see. You want to have your link going across to your page that's higher up the top. Now, there are links in here, and especially if we scroll all the way down the bottom, Ronald Osborne, Osborne Digital Marketing links. These links are still good, but as you can see, they're not going to be as powerful. Look at all these other links in there. They're not going to be as powerful. So that's something and very important to consider when you are writing your guest post. Put the links up the top as well. So whenever you write the guest post, make sure that you write it in a way that you can actually get those links in. And it's important. It's important to get those links in up the top. As an example, like it's part of you, I was not allowed to put anything up here, but I tried. The team at Osborne Digital Marketing. Who's Osborne Digital Marketing? There should be a link there, shouldn't there? Well, I wasn't allowed to get that, but it's written in a way that there can be a link. That's why many of the best roofing companies will seek SEO agencies to perform roofing SEO. What a cheeky, we can't not add the link in now. We've talked too much in a way that's talking about SEO agencies. Ron, it needs to be linked off to who this is. That is why you want to write your content in such a way that it needs a link. It needs relevance. It needs context in there. That's a great thing to do. Now, let me just sign off by giving you some very important tips to consider when you are writing a guest post article. Make the topic unique, but still where there's search volume. So if I had have gone in here and just been like roofer and his SEO strategy, is there volume on that? Would there be any relevance to it? It might rank for a unique keyword, but if this page starts to get real visitors, real traction, they're going to go, Ronald Osborne. Who is Ronald Osborne? Who is Osborne Digital Marketing? They'll take note because it's performing well. So make sure that your guest post, before you even write it, before you even start thinking about what you're going to write, you need to research the topic that's going to be valuable for AccuRanker and for the users and for you. It all needs to line up. Don't be afraid to use AI for lower tier stuff. So let's just say it wasn't AccuRanker. Let's just say it was someone else that's reached out to me. They've got a DR15. It's a relevant link, but not crazy. That's when I'd probably go create an SEO guide in a something like ZimWriter. Don't be afraid of AI. I rank AI on so many ridiculous, difficult terms. You can too. AI is a good thing to use, but you do need to tweak it slightly. Don't rely on it completely, but don't be afraid of it either. That's the way we're going. Don't waste your time sitting there writing awesome in-depth articles like this for something that's going to be like a tier 2 or something even worse than that. Don't waste your time. Use AI. Don't be afraid of it. I can't stress it enough. Make sure your page is actually optimized before launching. Now, remember, I don't have any influence over this website. For me to be like, that's a terrible H3, I've got to get rid of it. I've got to get rid of it. Me reaching out to them saying, guys, I don't like that H3. That's step 1. Analyze the local roofing SERP. That sucks. That sucks. I want to get rid of it. What are they going to say? Ronnie, nah, it's not happening, mate. That's the thing. So make sure that you optimize the article. Now, I do get this question. If you're writing something unique and new and innovative, Ron, you might not be able to cover pop. There'll be terms in there that pop doesn't have that you need to use. Pop's telling you to add something that's outdated. There has to be a healthy balance. There has to be. It's just that simple. And I assure you that you can still write something. You might not get 100 on pop, but you're going to get 50. You're going to get at least 40. That's very easy to achieve. And that's with just nonsense. So even if your topic is vastly different and unique and new, you can still get a decent score on the tools. Make sure that you write something that is well optimized from the get-go. Book a chat with me today. We can have a chat about anything SEO. Let me know how you approach writing your guest post. Do you approach it this way, or do you just randomly write it? I'm actually really interested to hear your thoughts and how you guys go about it. Now, if you've enjoyed this, like and subscribe, and I'll see you around. Thank you.